I'm George Mount, Artistic Director of Seattle Shakespeare Company.
And I'm John Bradshaw, Managing Director of Seattle Shakespeare Company.
Well, here it is, the end of 2016, and it's time to reflect a little bit on the year past. And there's no denying that it was an unpredictable and unexpected type of year. But I think the thing to remember as we reflect on 2016, that here at Seattle Shakespeare Company, first and foremost, as you could possibly predict, we continue to do some great, outstanding, distinct, and hopefully unexpected Shakespeare and classical theater right here in Seattle, whether you saw our indoor productions, whether you went to our parks for free at Woodnow, or one of the thousands of students and community members throughout the state of Washington who saw our small cast touring shows. We put on another outstanding year of great classical theater for thousands of people in our region living up to our mission. And I think that's something that we are always proud of. But there were certainly a few things about this year that stick in the memory. For one, this year we celebrated our 25th anniversary here producing in Seattle and keeping the great tradition of local artists, union members of the acting and design companies, and supporting what we do through the help of our great and generous donors. So congratulations us on 25 years. That was certainly a highlight for me.
Congratulations, George.
Congratulations, John.
Thanks. We also had a highlight with a partnership that we had been working on for, I think, 2.5 years with bringing the first folio here in partnership with the Seattle Public Library. One of our own staff, Jeff Fickus from our communications department, had spotted the fact that the Folger Library was going to put the folios out on tour. We went to the library. They embraced this in a beautiful way and made it happen on their end. And we had tens of thousands of people have an opportunity to come to the downtown library and see one of Shakespeare's first folios.
And I have to say, for me, it was rather unexpected how breathtaking and humbling and inspiring it was to see that volume at the library. It was an unexpected sort of sense of revelation and revelry being there in the presence of that book and in the presence of all the people who were admiring it and showing their respect and being influenced by that.
And it was this great opportunity for a book that had been written 400 years ago, that all of these local organizations, the library and us, but a large group of other Shakespeare and theater and other groups came together to make this possible and do a whole bunch of programming and a lot of information around it. So it was a real community project.
Yeah, it reminds me of another aspect of this year in review that I'm sort of proud of as well, about community and about outreach and inclusivity. And this year we started a pilot program of specially tailored performances of our small cast touring show to be accessible to members of the autistic community and their friends and families who are oftentimes felt that they are not accommodated for, feel uncomfortable in public performance situations. So by specially catering these performances, they were welcomed, it was accessible, and they were accommodated, and we brought Shakespeare performance to a whole new group of audience members here in our community. That was really satisfying for me.
And this year, when you talk about access, we also had our tour going out again, which has been going out for several years now, but this was our largest attendance of all time, over 16,000 students across the state of Washington. As one of those rural kids, because I came out of a small eastern Washington town, it's really exciting and heartwarming to know we're going throughout the state. We're going to my old stomping grounds of Chelan and Wenatchee and Puyallup and Pullman and Walla Walla and everywhere through the state. And kids, when you talk access, kids who would never have the opportunity to see Shakespeare, let alone actually see a play,
Right,
get to see our touring program. And this year we also embraced having a cast that the majority of whom were actors of color. So
yeah, diversity and inclusivity were certainly on our minds during 2016, and our first show of 2017 is going to be an all-female production adaptation of the Henry VI plays. But I think this year in particular, we were showcasing a lot of really strong women on stage in the leadership positions for our shows. Most of the directors for this season were female directors, but a lot of strong characters and actors playing those characters, whether it's from the combative mother-daughter team of Mrs. Warren's profession. Our school touring Tempest had a female Prospero. We had that amazing production of Medea with that really strong central performance of Alex Travaris and the amazing Greek chorus of all women. It was, I think, an exciting year for women in classical theater here at Seattle Shakespeare Company.
Even in our education programs, the Camp Bill of the summer, which was Hamlet with teenagers, and we did gender switching.
Gender swap.
Yeah, and Hamlet was played by a teenage girl, Claudius, and so it even was going into our education programs.
But
George,
2016 was not all sunshine and honey, was it, around here at Seattle Shakespeare Company?
Why? What could you be talking about, George?
What happened in August?
Oh, dear gosh. I've tried to forget that. And in August, actually it happened in July, but it continued into August and September. A pipe broke in our kitchen area, a pipe that served 2 restaurants above us, and water cascaded into our office space. Water that wasn't really just water. It was water and Coca-Cola and 7-Up and coffee and grease flooded our whole offices. We had to end up moving out of our offices into a temporary space and then move back in with the floors, the carpets being torn up and thrown away, the floor regrounded, the whole thing painted. There was some mold that had to come out. So we were doing that.
Almost 2 months or more, our entire operations were disrupted.
While we were doing 2 outdoor shows and then rehearsing and then doing another indoor show with Winter's Tale. So we were able to do all of that while that was going on, greatly because of a great staff. I mean,
a great staff really came together in a remarkable and inspiring way, but also the outpouring of support from the rest of the community, the theater community, the Seattle Center staff and organization, and our donors and supporters at large really showed that in time of difficulty and crisis, they're there to support us and keep our spirits afloat and our business operations chugging right along while we provide what we can as far as art for the public, despite of whatever's happening back in the back of the offices and backstage. So that was in the face of something that was terrible, and actually a bit of a bright spot.
Yeah, and it was a partnership that made it possible for us to keep going. I mean, lovely anecdotal. When we moved back in, we put a call out to actors in the community, and we got 7, 8, 9 actors coming in on an off day and helping us move. So it was a lot of different moments.
So thanks to all of you, friends, supporters, actors, artists, donors, and community members for being there for us in 2016, and we look forward to seeing you all in 2017.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, John.